Welcome back, Knott's Fishing, the broken pilot house. I forget what part we're on, but I believe this is part 8. Today we're going to fix the gunnel and basically going to show you how to fix a hole in your boat. We're going to remove this bow rail, and once we remove the bow rail, we're going to get to repair on this glass.
Alright, we got the grinder out. Here's what we're going to be using. Just a standard DeWalt grinder with a flappy grinding wheel on here. This is a 40 grit, just a metal flat disc. Harbor Freight, Pittsburgh Warrior. There's the brand. This one's really wore out. I like it because it don't really get out of control. It don't have a lot of meat to it anymore. So it doesn't bite into the glass as much and destroy everything whenever you get into it. Don't bounce around a lot. So it seems to work perfect for grinding. This is what it looks like here. Like I said, it's worn from grinding metal, and it does the trick perfect. We're gonna get in here. The blade's gonna rotate this way, so I'm gonna try and grind with this edge here so it shoots the glass out away from me and doesn't shoot it on me. But anyway, here we go in just a few seconds. Here we go. Might have been in time-lapse mode there. I'm not positive, but on the chop strand matting, all we was doing was this hard edge here. Was making our pieces and just tearing that down, tearing that edge off there, breaking it down so it gives these fibers a little small layup, and it kind of feathers out the repair so you don't have this hard line edge here. Now, we are going to use this 1708. So what we're going to do here, I'm going to lay this up here, right where the start of the edge is. Kind of mark with my finger where I want the end of the repair to be. I'm just going to cut this down using a pair of metal shears. It cuts this glass like butter. As you see there, now we have a nice piece of 1708 to go down here and fold down on there nice and neat. I'm going to do 2 spots of that. I'm going to do one for the top up here, one for the bottom, and then I'm going to let this chop strand matting be the filler. Just lay this up here. Just go along this line here. So now whenever we start, I have one piece to lay up here, and then I'm going to make another piece to lay on this angle here, because this stuff don't like to fold those angles very well. So let me square this up a little bit. This piece wasn't quite square. And we'll get to laying up some glass. All right. Next step, cleaning with some acetone. So just got this acetone from Lowe's. I'm gonna just soak this rag down, completely saturate it. And we're gonna come up here. We're just gonna wipe this down here. Remember, the cleaner the better. All right. Next step is going to be laying down the glass. All right, one of the most important pieces is prepping. This is going to be the most important step so we don't mess up this nice fresh blue paint job. I'm going to get some tape up here and tape this up. And also going to use this bagging system stuff here. You can buy this at Lowe's. It's a sheet bag. I'll show you how it works in just a moment. I'm going to put a little time lapse in there, and then I'll also do a little video in between to show you how it works. But this plastic expands out. It rolls out. You grab it by the edge and it pulls down so that you can see. It'll go from basically from right here at the rib rail, and that plastic will extend all the way down to make sure we don't get no resin on this nice paint job we have here. But anyway, here we go with a little time lapse on bagging, and we'll see you on the next step. There we have it, bagged up. Shouldn't have no drip. If we do have any drip, it's going to go right onto our plastic sheeting here. And our next step is getting some glass laid up. This shadow is killing me. Glass laid up on this spot right here. All right, I just mixed up our resin, getting it nice and stirred up here. Going to pre-coat, pre-brush this on, just to fill in everything that we're going to be wanting to stick to. Man, that is nothing but resin. So we're just going to pre-coat this, make sure that everything on it's got resin on it, so our glass is going to stick to something. Next, we're going with this chop strand matting. I'm going to lay it down just like this. I'm going to go grab some gloves though real quick. All right. I'm going to dab this in here. Try and soak out. Let this fiberglass soak in that resin. There's a binder in there that will break down and let this matting start to fall down on this angle. It's starting to break her down now. And then we'll be able to tab this in. Keep it pushed down nice and low. And we are ready for our piece of 1708. This is going to go right up top here, just like this. Get it placed in there nice and neat. You gotta wet it out. Run that piece right on the corner before it starts to make that bend. So trying to get that positioned perfectly so that chop strand makes the bend and it'll be good to go. That should be locked in there now. Now we're on to our next piece of chop strand. Should stick there nice and neat. Just dab this a little bit everywhere. It'll soak it in nice. It's really starting to come along now. I'm getting a good build. Definitely gonna need the next layer of 1708 here. Now we're on to another piece of chopped strand. For corners, I'm just gonna build some of this loose stuff up here. Now we're gonna start building up right here in this little low spot. Trying build this up nice so you don't have to do too much fairing. Laying down really nice. We'll put one more little piece on here. Right there. Push down all of our edges. That's sitting there real nice now. Got one last piece of chop strand. I'm gonna go over top of this right here. Just to lock everything. All right, and that should do it. Take us out the holder here. This is our repair here. Just gonna tab some of these air pocket pieces down. Try and walk those little air voids out right there. That should do it. We're gonna have a few pinholes, not gonna be much. As you can see, we're overly built, so it's gonna take a little bit of sanding to get that down to flat, but I like to build mine up so that we don't have to go back and do any more layers of glass, and it just seems to be easier for me. Do what works for you. As you can see, we're built up pretty high. Next thing, we're gonna let this cure and go from there. Let me pull this rail. It's killing the camera shot, but that's it. We're gonna sand from here. As you can see, this is why we put our protection on. It's dripping down. Gotta make sure that that doesn't get on that new paint job, but that's why we do that. Protect our finish. That would have been a real nasty one for me to swallow if that would have got on the paint. All right, we got this all hardened up. Gonna start sanding it down, flattening it out. Once we get to a certain spot, we'll start getting the board out and we'll block sand it. But for now, we're gonna knock down the high edges and get it close. Here we go. One thing I forgot, this is 40 grit. It's gonna tear this stuff up down pretty good. So here we go. Stay tuned, thanks.
here's some final results of everything sanded down. Our next episode, we're going to show you how to fair all this damage out, and then once you fair it out, we're going to get to go into paint. Getting excited, starting to see some light at the end of the tunnel. Again, thanks for watching. If you wouldn't mind, please like and subscribe.